Have you ever wondered why your body feels heavy and tired, even when you're not actually sick? Or those days when, despite eating a full meal, your stomach still feels uncomfortable, digestion seems slow, and your mood just drops? Many people immediately think of detox, fasting, juice cleanses, or quick-fix cleansing methods. But the truth is, your gut already has a natural, built-in self-cleaning system. It doesn't need extreme solutions. It simply needs to be nourished the right way every single day. In today's video, I'll share with you why your gut is actually the silent command center of your body. The simple everyday foods that can transform your digestive health in just a few weeks. And the small daily habits, the ones you hardly notice, that can be more powerful than any detox program out there. Before we begin, let me ask you this. If your gut really is the key to overall health, have you been taking care of it the right way? Let's find out, together. 1. The detox myth. Why your gut doesn't need cleanses. More than once, friends have told me they were detoxing by drinking nothing but juice for 3 days or fasting to clean out their gut. On the surface, it sounds reasonable. Dirty gut needs cleansing. But here's what few people realize. Our bodies already come equipped with a remarkable cleaning system, and the gut is at the heart of it. Inside your gut live trillions of good bacteria. They're like tireless workers, breaking down food, filtering out waste, and keeping everything balanced. Alongside digestive enzymes and gut movement, your body already has a natural detox machine that never stops running. I remember an aunt of mine who once tried extreme detox programs. At one point, she lived only on lemon and honey water for an entire week. Sure, she lost weight quickly, but she was weak, dizzy, and her digestion got worse. Later, when she returned to a diet filled with vegetables, whole grains, and fermented foods, her body slowly recovered and her energy came back. It showed that the body doesn't need to be forced. It just needs to be properly nourished. The lesson here is simple. You don't need harsh or expensive detox regimens. Every day, by giving your gut wholesome foods and a steady lifestyle, your body will naturally cleanse itself. And this leads us to an even more fascinating discovery. If the gut is truly this silent machine protecting your health, what exactly is happening inside it? The answer lies in the hidden world of the gut microbiome, a world we're about to uncover together. 2. Understanding the gut microbiome. The hidden world inside you. Imagine for a moment, inside your body exists an entire invisible city, where trillions of tiny residents live and work around the clock. That city is your gut microbiome, a hidden world that most of us rarely think about. In this city, there are helpful residents, probiotics that digest your food, make vitamins, and even guide your immune system. But there are also troublemakers, bad bacteria that are always looking to stir things up. Your health depends on which group has the upper hand. I once spoke with Mrs. Patterson, a 72-year-old woman from Michigan. For years, she struggled with bloating and fatigue without knowing why. When her doctor advised her to change her diet, adding fermented foods like yogurt and sauerkraut while cutting back on sugar, something incredible happened. Within just a few months, she felt lighter, slept better, and even noticed her mood improving. She said, "I never realized how much my gut affected the way I feel." The takeaway is clear. Your gut microbiome doesn't just influence digestion, it affects immunity, energy, and even your emotions. By taking care of your gut bacteria, you're taking care of your whole self. So what do these good bacteria need in order to thrive? The answer begins with something very familiar yet often overlooked. Fiber, the unsung hero of gut health. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. 3. Fiber, the unsung hero of gut health. If probiotics in your gut are like hardworking employees, then fiber is their fuel source. Without fiber, the city inside your body runs out of energy, and those good bacteria can't do their job of protecting you. The interesting part is, fiber isn't just one thing. Soluble fiber is like a cozy blanket. It nourishes good bacteria and produces anti-inflammatory compounds that keep your gut healthy. You'll find it in bananas, oats, apples, and lentils. On the other hand, insoluble fiber works like a natural broom, sweeping waste through your system and keeping your digestion regular. This type is abundant in leafy greens, carrots, and whole grains. I remember meeting James, a man in his 60s living in California. He often struggled with constipation and assumed it was just part of aging. But when he swapped his morning pastry for a bowl of oats with banana and flax seeds, everything changed. Smiling, he told me, "I never thought a simple bowl of oatmeal could make me feel so light and energized." The reminder here is that fiber isn't optional. It's the foundation of good digestion. Just by adding a few servings of vegetables, fruits, or whole grains each day, you're giving your gut bacteria a true feast. But fiber alone isn't enough. For a healthy gut, there's another element that's often forgotten: water. And you might be surprised by how water doesn't just quench thirst, but keeps your entire digestive system running smoothly. Let's dive into that next. 4. Hydration, more than just drinking water. It sounds so simple, yet it's one of the most overlooked factors in gut health. Most of us think of water only as a way to stay hydrated, but in truth, water acts like an underground river that keeps every process in your body flowing. When you drink enough water, food moves smoothly through your digestive system. Nutrients get absorbed efficiently, and waste leaves your body with ease. Without it, the river runs dry. Things slow down, harden, and constipation or bloating shows up. I once met a 68-year-old gentleman from Florida. He often struggled with digestive issues and assumed it was just due to aging, but when his doctor asked about his routine, it turned out he was drinking only about 2 glasses of water a day, the rest being coffee and soda. Once he changed his habit, starting mornings with warm water and keeping a water bottle by his side, within weeks he felt lighter and his constipation improved dramatically. Laughing, he said, "Who would have thought the secret was this simple?" The lesson here is powerful. Pure water is the cheapest and most effective detox you can give your gut. No need for fancy juices or costly drinks. Just enough water every single day, and your digestive system will thank you. But of course, water is only one part of the bigger picture. To truly keep your gut thriving, we also need to look at the everyday foods that act as true allies for your digestion. And that's exactly where we'll go next. 5. Gut-friendly foods. Everyday allies. If water is the river that keeps your digestive system flowing, then food is the everyday companion that helps your gut grow stronger. And the best part is, they're not fancy or expensive. They're right there in your kitchen. Leafy greens and fruits are the perfect starting point. A plate of kale or broccoli doesn't just provide fiber. It also delivers antioxidants that protect your gut lining. An apple or a ripe banana, seemingly ordinary foods, are actually a feast for the good bacteria living in your gut. Whole grains are another silent ally. Oats, brown rice, and barley not only keep you feeling full longer, but also help maintain smooth bowel movements. Add a spoonful of yogurt or kefir to your breakfast, and you're bringing live probiotics directly into your body. I think of Linda, a 65-year-old woman from Ohio. She often struggled with bloating and thought digestive weakness was just part of aging. But when her daughter suggested swapping her usual breakfast for a bowl of oatmeal topped with yogurt, chia seeds, and fresh strawberries, everything changed. Within just weeks, she felt lighter, her skin looked brighter, and she even slept better. She fondly called it the little bowl full of magic. The lesson here is simple. It's the everyday familiar foods that become the most powerful long-term medicine for your gut. You don't need exotic superfoods or complicated diets. Just a balanced, colorful plate is enough to give your gut everything it needs to thrive. But food is only part of the picture. Gut health also depends heavily on small daily habits, things you might not connect with digestion, but that can make a surprisingly big difference. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. 6. Habits that heal. Small changes, big results. Sometimes, keeping your gut healthy doesn't require turning your whole life upside down. Just a few small habits, practiced daily, can create big, lasting change. For example, start your morning with a glass of warm water. Many think it's just a simple act, but in reality, warm water works like a wake-up signal for your gut. preparing it to function smoothly for the day ahead. Another powerful habit is light movement after meals. A gentle 10 to 15-minute walk around your home or garden can stimulate bowel movements, ease heaviness, and support digestion. I remember Helen, a 70-year-old woman from Texas. She had a habit of sitting down to watch TV right after dinner, often struggling with bloating afterward. But when she switched to walking her dog every evening, the difference was remarkable. Laughing, she said, "I never imagined a few steps with my pup could make my stomach feel this good." And of course, sleep plays a vital role. When you get enough rest, your body releases hormones that support balance in your gut microbiome. But chronic sleep loss disrupts not only your digestion, but also your mood. The takeaway here is this: gut health isn't just about what you eat. It's about how you live each day. Drinking water, walking, sleeping well, these small habits form the foundation of a resilient digestive system. But there's another factor that often goes unnoticed, yet has a powerful effect on your gut: stress. And you'll be surprised to see just how much it can control your digestion. Let's uncover that in the next part. 7. The stress-gut connection. Have you ever noticed how your stomach acts up when you're stressed? Maybe it feels heavy, achy, or you suddenly get diarrhea out of nowhere. This isn't random. Stress and the gut are deeply connected, so much so that scientists often call the gut our second brain. When you're under stress, cortisol levels rise. Cortisol doesn't just disturb your sleep and mood, it also shifts the balance of your gut microbiome. Good bacteria weaken, harmful bacteria gain ground, and digestive troubles soon follow. I recall meeting Mark, a 55-year-old man from New York. He had never really dealt with digestive issues until work stress took over. Suddenly, he was battling stomach pain, bloating, and restless nights. At first, he blamed food, but after adopting stress management habits, 10 minutes of daily meditation paired with a simple morning walk, his body began to change. His symptoms eased, and he felt not only healthier, but also calmer under pressure. The lesson here is clear. Your gut doesn't just need nourishment from food, it needs peace from your mind. Reducing stress is, in fact, a way of giving your gut a chance to heal itself. And once you understand this emotional connection, it becomes easier to see why so many gut problems are tied to our modern lifestyle. But what are the most common digestive issues people face? And how can food itself become the medicine? That's exactly what we'll explore next. 8. Common gut problems and how food fixes them. The gut, much like a sophisticated machine, sends out distress signals whenever something isn't working right. Sometimes it's chronic constipation, other times it's uncomfortable bloating, or even sudden diarrhea. Many people dismiss these as a normal part of aging, but in truth, they often stem directly from what and how we eat every day. Take constipation, for example. It usually happens when the diet lacks fiber and water. But adding something as simple as a ripe banana to breakfast or a warm bowl of oatmeal with flax seeds can give your gut the natural broom it needs to keep everything moving smoothly. On the other hand, eating too much sugar or processed food encourages harmful bacteria to grow, leading to bloating and indigestion. Swapping soda for warm ginger tea or adding turmeric to meals not only eases discomfort but also fights inflammation and soothes the gut lining. I think of my friend Susan from California. For years, she relied on laxatives to manage constipation. But the more she used them, the more dependent her body became, and her gut seemed to forget how to work on its own. When Susan decided to try a different path, filling her plate with vegetables, fruits, and drinking enough water, everything changed. Within a few months, she no longer needed medication. "It feels like I've regained freedom in my own body," she told me. The small but powerful lesson is this: food can become medicine if we choose it wisely. Problems that seem complicated often only need a few simple adjustments at the table. But if these issues come from everyday habits, why do so many Americans continue to struggle with digestive problems? The answer lies in common lifestyle mistakes, and that's what we'll uncover next. 9. Mistakes Americans make with gut health. In America, it's easy to spot a strange paradox. Grocery stores are overflowing with fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole foods. Yet people's gut health is declining, The reason? It often comes down to the daily habits we overlook. The most common mistake is over-reliance on fast food and processed meals. A burger and fries might be convenient for a rushed lunch, but they're loaded with unhealthy fats, salt, and refined sugar, the silent enemies of gut bacteria. Another mistake is depending on laxatives or digestive enzymes. While they may offer quick relief, long-term use makes the gut lazy and unable to function on its own. And here's one many forget: lack of movement and lack of sleep. Americans often stay up late, glued to their screens, and cut short their rest. This doesn't just leave the body tired, it disrupts circadian rhythms and throws the gut's delicate balance off track. I once spoke with David, a 50-year-old office worker from Chicago. He ate fast food for lunch almost every day and regularly worked late into the night. It was no surprise that he struggled with bloating, fatigue, and weight gain. But when he started preparing simple lunches, like a grain salad with grilled chicken, and added a 20-minute evening walk, he said it felt like his body could breathe again. The lesson here is clear. Gut health can't be bought with pills or temporary fixes. It comes from balance, eating real food, sleeping well, moving regularly, and listening to your body. And now that we've seen the most common mistakes, the question remains: how do we live a truly gut-friendly life without falling for extreme detox trends? That's the final message we'll uncover next. 10. Final takeaway: a gut-friendly life without extreme detox. At the end of this journey, you've probably realized a simple truth. Your gut doesn't need extreme detoxes or expensive treatments. What it needs is daily nourishment through simple, sustainable choices. A diet rich in leafy greens, fruits, and whole grains. A glass of warm water in the morning. A gentle breakfast of oats, yogurt, and a few slices of fruit. A 15-minute walk after dinner. A full night's rest, and a few mindful breaths to ease stress. I think of Mary, a 74-year-old from North Carolina. She had tried many detox programs she found online, but none of them truly made her healthier. Only when she returned to the basics, more vegetables, more water, better sleep, did her body begin to transform. I no longer chase trends, she told me. I just listen to my gut, and it rewards me with peace every day. The ultimate takeaway is this: gut health doesn't come from extremes. It comes from balance. When you care for your gut with patience and consistency, your body responds with energy, clarity, and joy. And if today's message inspired you, don't forget to leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe. Who knows, your small story might just become the spark of inspiration for someone else's journey to natural health.